What is going on, my friends, my YouTube friends? Sean, the Razor, Bosell is coming at you again. I know I said I probably wouldn't do another vlog before the competition this weekend. I lied. You guys, just motivate the hell out of me. All the responses I've been getting, the messages, the encouragement, I love it. You guys get me motivated and excited. So I just want to say thank you to you guys. Keep it up. Stay connected. Keep on bringing the questions, stuff like that. And I'm going to keep on putting out good content for you guys. The best I can, the best I know how. So, and good information too. We are 3 days out from the Muscle Mayhem, so it's coming up fast. Today is Wednesday, and tomorrow, this will actually be the last video until after the contest. I'm going to take plenty of footage. I'm going to bring my camera equipment. Going to take plenty of footage on the way there, when I'm there. 3DMJ is going to have a meetup at the gym Friday. I'll be there. I'll take footage. So you'll probably see footage with a bunch of 3DMJ guys. So we're all going to chill, hang out, get some lifts in before the competition. So we got that going on. What? What? I don't know what she wants. I know. I'll give you some attention. Just hold on. Alright, so we got that going on. So I fly out tomorrow. Tomorrow is actually going to kind of suck because I'm spending about 16 hours traveling to California from Florida. It's going to be crazy. I've got a long layover in LA, about 5.5 hours. I have no idea what I'm going to do during the 5.5 hours. Probably take a little video, walk around the airport, I don't know, eat something. I got to plan my meals out accordingly. Let's see, my intake for this week, what it's looked like. Leading up to Monday, I actually increased my carbohydrates between 200 to 250 up until Sunday. Sunday I did 350. On Monday I usually do, the starting of peak week, I usually do about 500 grams carbohydrates. Since I did 350 on Sunday, I did 400, and then I did 350 yesterday. Today I'll probably just do 300 grams. Sodium, I'm keeping within the 4,500 to 5,000 milligram range. For a lot of you guys that might seem high. For me, that's actually normal or actually low. When I wasn't keeping track of sodium, I was doing between 5 and 10 grams a day. So 4,500, is about where I want to stay. That's pretty easy for me to maintain. If I don't end up hitting that sodium, or if I don't end up hitting it very easily with my food, with my normal food, I can incorporate, jerky or something like that that's high in sodium to hit that number. And it also doesn't really restrict me from eating some foods that I really like to eat, especially during peak week. So I believe that makes me a little more versatile, and I'm happier because I can, I'm not restricting myself at all of foods that I like and enjoy to eat. Fiber intake, we've decreased. I'm taking less than 15 grams of fiber a day, pretty much closer to zero as I can get. we do this because fiber, when you digest fiber, it actually can bloat your abdominal region. So I take fiber out. That way my waist stays nice and small and tiny, and I don't look like I have a big GH gut on stage. So that's why I do that. Protein and fats. I mean, fats I'm keeping pretty low, probably around 30 grams a day. Protein, it really varies depending on my hunger levels and whatnot, but we've been doing about 150 to 200 grams a day during peak week. And that just depends, you know. Pretty much peak week, like I said, is very dynamic. So, you know, last week I couldn't get on here and tell you guys exactly what I'm going to do, because really a lot of what I do is determined by how I look, how I feel. You know, a lot of different variables kind of come into play. So that's why I'm getting on here right now, to kind of tell you guys, because now I'm doing it. So but anyways, so far everything's looking pretty good. I haven't spilt over yet. Usually today is the day where I kind of, you know, if I'm going to spill over, it's going to be today, and then I tighten up tomorrow and the next day or whatnot. But I don't really feel like I've spilt over. Right after this, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. I'll go through some of the pictures I took this morning, show you my conditioning and whatnot. Anyways, I'm just about to head out to the gym. Yesterday I just did lower body. Today I'm going to do upper body, and then Friday I'll do a full body circuit style type training, you know. And basically this is the workouts this week are basically just to move glycogen around, let the body know, hey, I'm still working the muscles, you know, put it here. And that's basically what it is. We're not lifting super heavy this week. This is like the only week where we're actually toning everything down weight-wise and whatnot. So anyways, until next time, I'll be back after the Mayhem. I will have plenty of footage for you guys. Any questions, let me know. Get that information out for you, and we'll go from there. Stay sharp, my friends. Peace. Alright guys, here we go. I'm going to go through the mandatory poses here. And first up, we got our front relaxed pose. I've worked on this pose quite a bit, and kind of tailored it to look best with my physique. It's definitely, it used to be one of my weakest poses, but I've made some improvements, and I think it looks pretty good now. So that's that pose. The next one is side relaxed. This is from the left side. I've also worked on this pose quite a bit. Everything from the left I've really worked on, because that used to be my weak spot as far as posing. Now it's one of my strengths. I almost feel more comfortable posing on my left side than my right side now. You can see glute striations from the sides, shoulder striations coming in there. Everything I think is looking pretty decent. You know, I could always work on that pose a little bit more, but tell me what you guys think about that. Back relaxed here. You can see the Christmas tree, lower back feathering, which you know pretty much comes in last. Glutes are looking pretty decent. Hamstrings. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty amazing how everything has changed throughout this process, but definitely have kind of tweaked that pose a little bit too, to kind of bring out the Christmas tree and, you know, keep everything else looking tight. I could probably lean back a little bit more, kind of maybe even get more of a taper going on, so I'll probably practice that a little bit more as well. Next pose, we have side relax from the right. This is a real strong pose for me. You know, again, glutes are looking good, chest is looking good, really kind of pushing that out there, and making sure that my right arm does not cover my glutes or anything, and that I don't twist too much to where it makes that arm look small. So you can see it's, you know, I'm pretty much posing to get the biggest size out of everything that I can. You know, I am a smaller guy, so I have to make sure that my posing is on point. That's one of the ways that I do that, is I really kind of focus on imagining that I'm a third person looking at my physique from where the camera is, and I'm just adjusting all my body parts and being very aware of the placement of my body as I do that. So next, we've got front double bicep, and here one of the changes I've made is I've actually brought my legs out a little bit. You can see that it really brings out the inner definition of my my thighs, as well as my hamstrings from the front. You know, quad separation has never been an issue for me. I'm actually pretty lucky in that regard. My body likes to hold on to fat in other places, but and then another difference that I've changed this year is also I flex my abs in this shot, and it almost gives me a better V-taper, as well as really kind of shows off my serratus, which tends to get very sharp very quickly during prep. So I wanted to show that off, and also my, you know, quad separation as well in this pose. So the next pose we have is the front lat spread, and here same thing, showing off that quad separation in this pose, and then really, you know, attempting to flare my lats as much as possible. You know, I really don't have that big of lats, so you know, I have to really push them out and do the best I can with them. And then hitting the right angle with my arms to give them more size, my chest, kind of leaning back just a little bit, really kind of ties this together and kind of gives me that X frame. So, and then I also kind of spike my calf just a little bit to show that cliff, my right calf. So, you know, I kind of show that off just a little bit too. My calves have made some improvements since last year. So, you know, I'm going to show that little improvement that I've made on those. Next pose, we got the side tricep from the left, and this pose has come along quite a bit. I've really worked on it. It's a difficult pose for me to do, but I really feel like I've pretty much nailed it now. I could probably twist just a little bit more in this pose, but other than that, you know, you can see the full, basically the full tricep head. Delts are looking good, and my torso is straight. And then, of course, my leg is kind of pressed up against my other leg, bringing my hamstring out. Glutes are flexed, and then calves are flexed. It's a very difficult pose to nail down, so I've really practiced on it, and I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out now. Next pose, we have side chest from the left. Same thing as far as the legs go, pretty much same positioning. Upper body, you know, we're making sure that we show the biggest part of the arm, and we're twisting to get the most of our chest in the picture as well. I could probably improve this pose a little bit. If I don't do it right, my upper chest seems to start to disappear, so I'll probably work on that coming up here. And let's see. Next pose, back double bicep. In this pose, I've also worked on this quite a bit. You can see my glutes are in, hamstrings are in. We still got the Christmas tree going on. The biggest improvements I've made in this pose is leg placement. Having long legs, I don't want to bring my legs out too far because then I look too stringy. If I bring them in too close, then it really kind of messes up my balance and everything. So I really had to find an in-between spot for that. And then if I don't flex my back, it doesn't look like I really have a lower back. So I got to make sure that I do that as well. Next shot, we have back lat spread. And here, just concentrating on bringing my lats out as much as possible, leaning back and getting that taper. This is actually, it's a difficult pose for me, so I'm gonna be working on this one quite a bit. And then side chest from the right. Feels very natural, very easy for me to get into this pose. It's not a difficult pose for me, but I do practice it. So that's that pose. And then we have a side tricep from the right. Very similar to the left one. Just making sure I get as much of that tricep head in there as well as much chest as possible to get that taper. And then leg placement's pretty much the same. And here we have, I'm not even sure what this pose would be called. It's kind of like a half side serratus, half most muscular, half something or other. But this is a pose that has become very, a pose that I like very much. I like doing. I think it shows off my physique quite well, and so this is actually one of my favorite poses to do, and so you'll see me do this quite a bit if I'm allowed to. So there we have that, and this last pose is just me having fun. So I'm kind of experimenting here with different angle on everything, while flexing everything that I can flex. And so that, like I said, that's just me kind of messing around, having fun. Anyways, those are my poses from this morning. That's my conditioning. We're 3 days out. Everything's going pretty good. Let me know what you guys think as far as my posing goes, as far as my conditioning, things I could improve on, things that you like, and then after the mayhem, I will be posting more videos. So stay tuned for that, because I will be posting some really cool footage. So stay sharp, my friends. The Razor out.